blessed day, brothers and sisters in the Lord. I am Relin Maynosa from Tribes Philippines. And today, I will be sharing to you our devotion that is in Isaiah chapter 43 verse 2. So I will read it to you in NIV version. So when you pass through the waters, I will be with you. When you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. And when you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze. Have you ever tried passing through the waters, like what the Israelites and Moses did back in Exodus 14? Or have you ever tried walking through the fire or to be thrown into the fire like what the three friends of Daniel experienced during the time of King Nebuchadnezzar? Today, in our times, it may be impossible for us to experience the same thing, or there might never come a time where we need to pass through the waters or to walk through the fire. But each of us has our own struggles to pass and walk through. And it's as if doing the same thing. And whenever there are situations in our life where it seems that we have to pass through the waters, it either causes us to drown or to be even more stronger in order to survive. And sometimes there are also situations where we feel like we are going through the fire or walking through the fire where we feel like burning, we feel like dying. And so today, my brothers and sisters in the Lord, there are two things that God wants you to hear today. The first thing is, my son, I will be with you. So during the time of the Israelites, it is clear or it is evident that they have caused a great pain into the heart of God, rebelling and turning away from Him over and over again from the time they have been freed from the slavery of Egyptians and even up to the time where the reign of King Ahaz and King Manasseh is in this book of Isaiah. You know, if you will experience the same thing that the Israelites had done towards God, you will feel exhausted. You will be tired. You will be tired of giving love over and over again. And still, the people will rebel against you. But that is not who God is. Whenever the Israelites sinned against Him, He shows and even continues His love even more to them. Romans 5:20, but where sin increased, grace increased all the more. God is quick to forgive. God is quick to give freedom. God is quick to show mercy. He is quick to redeem His people, the Israelites. And the same is true to us today. We might be rebelling against the Lord, disobeying Him a couple of times over and over again. But God, His word remains the same. He is saying to you, I will be with you. And take note that He said, when you pass through the waters, and not if you pass through the waters, meaning He is assuring us that He is there before the flood, He is there during the flood, and He is there even after the flood. He is always with you, and that He will never let the flood overwhelm you. And the second thing is this, my son, I will protect you. So whenever there is a mention of walking through the fire, I always remember the three friends of Daniel, who is Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in Daniel chapter 3. So when King Nebuchadnezzar made for his own an image or a statue of gold where people needs to worship, these three men refused to do so because of their devotion towards God. Remember what happened? They didn't even defend themselves in front of the wicked king, but they defended God, saying that He will deliver them and He will rescue them from the hands of the people or from the hands of the king. They were thrown into the blazing furnace that even the guard who brought them into it were once killed nung sila ay tumapat doon. But then, these three men, they were unbound and they were unharmed. They were protected by the Lord. Brothers and sisters in Christ, we like the Israelites are chosen people of God. We like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego are chosen people of the Lord. And so, when God has set His eyes on you, He is sure to protect you. That even the blazing furnace or even the slightest flame will never harm you and will never consume you. God protects us in times of trials. You don't have to fear, you don't have to worry, you don't have to be anxious, you don't have to be burdened because you belong to God. All we need to do is invite God to be with us and be devoted to Him like what Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego did. What is written in Romans 8 verse 31? What then shall we say in response to these things? That if God is for us, who can be against us? We are more than conquerors. So kapatid, if you are suffering today, God is assuring you, my son, I am with you and I will protect you. God bless kapatid.